I'm sure that many of you saw on the news that one car goes into the river and you can't get enough news people into the same place. Helping those amongst us who need and deserve our help, building a better community. We couldn't get a news camera if we tried. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong in this society. I don't know how to fix it, but I will tell you that I think each and every one of us have to be aware of it and understand it. When you flick on the news and all you see is the bad things of the world, one murder here, one auto accident there, turn it off. Change the station. Find something positive like this to pay attention to. For a minute, I want to, first of all, congratulate the mayor. I will tell you that, look, I do what I do here, but the truth is, on these kinds of projects, the rubber meets the road in the mayor's office. And without Joe Curtatone, this project would not have been done. Very simply, very boldly, I want to congratulate him and thank him for this project and all the other things he's done this year. I also want to thank the corporation, and I will tell you why. I was a ward alderman back in the mid-'70s and didn't really enjoy myself there too much. Those are different days in Somerville. So I decided to do something else, and I was off the board for a few years, but I didn't lose the spirit of trying to participate in the community. And one of the things I was lucky enough to find was membership on the board at the Somerville Community Corps. And I will tell you that we didn't do anything this big or this good while I was there. We tried, it didn't work out. We did a couple of things that were good. But the people I met on that board are still my friends today, and they still have admiration for me. I could name them, and some of you would know some of those names, but that's really not the point. The point is that this organization attracts and retains people who are committed to this city, committed to this world, to make it a better place to live for no reason. I mean, I don't know about anybody else on board today. They make big money yet?
No. I don't think so. Any of you make big money?
No.
We didn't make any. We had annual meetings and we got fed lousy food. And we had to donate to those annual meetings with the lousy food. But we did it because we loved it, and I know that's still true today, not just in this organization, but there's so many organizations across this country. It's just worthy of our noting the people who spend time on the board. The people who are employed there are wonderful as well, because we wouldn't do anything on the board without people like Danny and the rest of the staff. But the people who serve on the board, I just really want to say congratulations and thank you. Thank you for your commitment to our community. Last thing, I think it's important. It's always good to know where we're going, but it's also important to know where we've been. Now, I don't think there are many people in this audience that remember what this neighborhood was like before they built 93. What do you? Anybody else? For those of you who don't, this was a neighborhood that was connected to 10 Hills. When they put 93 in, they took out 600 homes in Somerville. 600 homes. Some of them here, some of them in East Somerville. And I think a lot of people just didn't care in those days. But because of the commitment of the people of this city, little by little, first of all, they maintained the real neighborhood in 10 Hills, and they maintained the real neighborhood in East Somerville. But this project, to me, is the best representation I can remember of bringing it back, bringing the community back together, building it for a place for people to live, to raise their families, and to make life better for them. This project is good. There are many good projects. This particular project, to me, represents a healing of one of the many wounds the society put on its own sisters and brothers years ago. This is a wonderful project. Danny, congratulations to you, to the corporation, and particularly congratulations to the families that are going to enjoy this and become a real solid network for the rest of this neighborhood and for this city. Thank you.
I want to follow Congressman Capuano because he is so strong and so direct, and I learned a lot today just listening to his comments about Somerville. It's just a natural that the leadership that you display in DC is growing out of the leadership that you displayed right here. And the mayor, when you spoke about the 775 affordable units here, I got to thank you for that. Not many communities embrace affordable housing the way you do. And it's so critically important right now. A lot of units are off the market because of foreclosure. People are losing their homes. They desperately need affordable rentals. And you are encouraging that to happen, and you're doing it in the context of a community perspective. So you're really building a lot of stability in here, in this community that I hope serves you well for years to come. I also want to mention that Danny LeBlanc is just a wonderful leader himself. Danny served on the list board with me when I first came back to Boston about 3 years ago.
You mentioned my name, Mike.
See, you do have the power. Right? And I really appreciate the wise counsel that you gave me then, and I think your steadfastness is really on display today, because you have to be persistent and you have to know what you're doing to deliver a project like this in these kinds of times. So I'm just delighted to be here today to congratulate you on a job well done. I also bring the congratulations of the governor, the lieutenant governor, and my boss, Greg Bielecki. I had the privilege of joining Congressman Capuano and Mayor Curticone just a couple of months ago as we cut the ribbon for the new V&A apartments. And we also broke ground for the rebuilding of Cape and Court public housing development as well. So we know that there's a lot of really exciting affordable housing happening right here. It's great for the units, but it's also great for the jobs. And so the other thing I want to congratulate you on are the commercial spaces that are going to be in this building. I understand 2 of the 3 spaces are already leased out, so they're generating jobs. Very shortly, they will be generating jobs for the area, and that's what this is all about. The state came into this project and invested about $2.2 million from various housing programs and another $543,000 in low-income housing tax credits. But the powerful thing about all that is it leveraged about $4.5 million in additional financing to see this deal really happen and play out. So I hope, Danny, that you do come in with another project to DHCD. We love the work that you do. And we'll be looking at a lot of your work in the future.